Hey, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back. That was my second time doing my Miss Honey. The first one was better, but I digress. Listen, happy Easter, everybody. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful holiday weekend. I hope you had a great Good Friday. Listen, you guys already know why we are here. We are here because of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. This is season 4, episode 7. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Humpty. That's not right. But anyway, this is a good episode, you guys. A really, really great episode. This is episode 7. There's 10 episodes total, I believe, in the entire series. So, we got 3 more episodes to go, you guys. Next week we get a break, but I intend to do a character analysis on these characters. Most of you who rock with me from the beginning know that I typically, on shows that I really, really love, I typically do character analysis. I don't believe I've ever done a character analysis on Raising Kanan. And that's where I just go character by character and I kind of sort of talk about them and break them down, so on and so forth, give my predictions, that type of thing. That's what we're going to have for next week, you guys. So please check me out again next week. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe on these videos. It's important. But yeah, so in the off week, you guys, I have my character analysis and I'm excited because I just want to hear all of the things that you guys have to say and hear what you think about my character analysis. I haven't evolved too much in this season because I stand by my guns. I stand by my guns. Who's going to be at a loss for this season? Who the fodder is, the evolution of certain characters. I haven't changed anything. So next week, character analysis is going to be heavy, you guys. It's going to be deep, deep, deep. Like, I'm going to work on it all week. Okay? And edit, baby. I'm going to be edited, child. So you know it's going to be bona fide, okay? Listen, let's get into this episode. Allow me to reintroduce myself. We start with Raq and Unique in her kitchen and Butter Pecan. I don't know if y'all know or not, but Butter Pecan is my favorite ice cream. I like Butter Pecan. I like Black Walnut. And then you could get into some fun things, you know, turtle tracks and stuff like that. But my all-time favorite ice cream is Butter Pecan. I love it. Okay. And Unique looked good. He looked good. Now, y'all know he crazy as a Betsy bug. You know what I'm saying? That's Pet Cemetery Unique. We can't forget that. He ain't gonna let us forget that, right? Just as we was forgetting that he was, you know, cuckoo cuckoo, we now see in this episode him constantly regressing back to this angry, demonic, scary, super scary, still sexy. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Now y'all see how women can get involved with men that is, you know, little touched in the head, okay? Because there's still something about him, just a little. I was light as a feather and he was stiff as a board, and I was here for it. I didn't know how Raq didn't pop one of them nipples out of them cutouts in that bodysuit. You know what I'm saying? Just to see what he was gonna do with it. You know what I mean? It was scary, but it was sexual tension still. Y'all, am I wrong? Is it me? Am I just hot in the puss? I don't know. It was still a lot of heavy sexual tension between the Unique and the Raq characters. And I was here for it. I was like, ooh, child, let me hit the replay button. Yes, very, very good scene. Of course, she tried to convince him. Listen, Unique, I didn't do this. I swear on my mother, on my son, I didn't do this. That's not right. This was all Ronnie. You know, nobody control Ronnie. You know, da-da-da-da-da. And he wasn't hearing it. He was not hearing it. What he got in his head as the truth is all that he sees. And he puts the pew, pew, pew up to her pretty little head. And he threatens her. He's calling her out of her name, that she's a itch, a witch, You know what I'm saying? And all of these things. And she is like, what is going on? Why my loins are moist for this man, and I carried a baby for 2.2 seconds for this man, by this man. At the same time, this ain't the same man. You know, it's like that joy of having somebody back, of having somebody restored, and that crash you feel when you realize they not the same person you once knew. You are getting all of this from Patina. Okay? Patina is emoting all of this energy. You know, at the same time, he's telling her he's going to destroy her. He's going to destroy her business, you guys. He is going to rip it from straight. She was like, you been the one hitting me up? You wouldn't been the one robbing me? And he was like, yeah, I'm going to put you, everything you stole from me, I'm going to steal from you. Plus, I'm going to destroy everything you know, you love, you built, all of that. He references some of her past lovers. I can't think of their name. The ones that they thought was Kanan Daddy and High Post and all of these people. He referenced all of them. He's saying she shanked all of them. Basically, she double-crossed all of them and stole what they had. And now she did it to him. And now he gonna do it all to her. I was like, ooh, Rob, child, this boy said this is all your tea. This is all your piping hot tea. You know what I'm saying? Talking about chickens coming home to roost. Rob, what is you gonna do? Oh, it was a mess. And child, he go right on back out the same door. The same sliding glass door everybody come in and out of freely. He go right on back out that door. And it was just something about seeing him walk out in that light, with that light in front of him. I was like, oh, I don't know if Unique gonna make it through this season, you guys. And let me just say, Joey Badass is doing a good job. Could it be better? Yes. This is not an easy character to play, and I think he's giving it his best. I think it's coming across as his best, in my opinion. He did a good job in this scene. He did a good job when he was walking around her, you guys, and was telling her he gonna hit her hard from the back. You know what I'm saying? But he was saying it metaphorically, like, first I'm gonna hit your businesses hard, real hard from the back, and then I'm gonna flip you over and I'm gonna grind you out. You know what I'm saying? Personally. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna grind you out personally. I'm gonna let you have it personally. Just like you like it. I was like, oh, Rock. This is going to be the worst and the best time of your life, baby. The worst and the best. Okay? The worst and the best. All right, then we see where Rock goes and she brings the family together. And she talks to the family. And everybody is shooketh. Everybody except Juke. All Juke want to know was, do you think that it was Unique that took out Fame? And Rock reassures her, no, she doesn't think so. Plus, he was very clear about the fact that he unalived Andre. That was another thing when he talked to her about Andre. He was like, Mr. Coffee. You, Mr. Coffee. I mean, it's so weird because he's jealous. At the same time, he claimed he hate her. He is mixed up, right? He up and down. He in and out. You know what I'm saying? This is a person you can't reason with. I don't know if he could be medically regulated, but when you got a dog this mad, you know what you got to do. You got to go out back with old Yellow. You get what I'm saying? And you got to let him, you know what I'm saying, take him out of his misery. That's why I don't know if Unique gonna make it. Anyway, she tell him no, because he confessed about Mr. Coffee that she don't think that, Rock says she don't think that he would have left out the Fame piece. Okay. So everybody is shocked but Juke. Like I said, Juke is giving us steel jaw. She giving us steel jaw, right? Okay. Anyway, we're gonna talk about Juke. So Marvin trying to make him a Thomas English muffin. You know what I'm saying? You know, he can't get his thoughts together until he get his carbs. But he said we need to go ahead and take Unique out then. Take him out at the knees. You know what I'm saying? Where was your boys? Why wasn't your boys here outside, out front? You know, making sure that you was safe. And she was like, the neighbors was getting suspicious. I went ahead and let them go on for the night. I was like, Raq, but your place has been hit. Your mans and them was killed. Mr. Coffee was killed. You letting folks go? And you didn't have your get on you. If you're going to let your people go, at least keep your peace. You know what I'm saying? You got to get you a bodysuit that's got you where you can keep your peace. You know, on you, right? Neither here nor there. Lou say, put me in, coach. They was like, oh, I thought you was out of the game. He was like, nah, if he going against you, he going against me. If he going against the family, he going against me. You know, this season, Lou is giving us Godfather. You know, he giving me tight jaw, anger, cool and steely. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to poke this bear type energy. So yeah, he tell Raq, put me in, coach. Put me in, coach. When y'all get a plan together, how to handle this dude Unique, you holler at your boy. Let your boy know, and your boy's gonna come in blazing, which I would not mind seeing. I would not mind seeing season 1 Raising Kanan Lou. Y'all tell me what you think. Put it down below. Literally, Kanan, anything Raq say, Kanan going against it. Kanan want to take it to the streets. Kanan want to, first of all, Kanan, you ain't did enough this season to be considered threatening at all. If y'all notice, now we don't know what's going to happen in the last 3 episodes. We don't know. But you have to admit, 1 through 7, has anybody felt threatened by Kanan? You were supposed to be gunning for the dudes that unalive Fame and got around there and let Juke take over the whole situation. You ain't did nothing but try to calm everything down. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shown complete and utter weakness. But I don't think season 4 Raising Kanan is even about Kanan. I think season 4 Raising Kanan is about wrapping up the Thomases. We've spent more time on the Thomases. Mama Joyce, Raq, Lou, Marvin and Juke relationship. We spent a lot of time with the Thomases. I think, like I said a couple of reviews ago, that they're wrapping up the Thomases, and we're gonna get more Kanan in season 5 and 6, if there is one. We know that there's a season 5, but if there's a season 6, yeah. So anything his mama say, he gonna go against it. Anything his mama say. If she say up, he gonna say down. And he is so hostile with it. He has more hostility for Raq than he has for them boys that's sitting in that apartment over there, that Fame's apartment over there in the ghetto. He got more venom for them. I mean, for her than he got for them. It's nonsensical. It doesn't make any sense. Y'all are here and y'all having conversation. He want to make sure she don't even slightly remotely think that he like her. Whether he right or not, it don't even matter. Whether he right or not, it does not matter. Okay? Because later on, Marvin, you know, Marvin tried to check Kanan because he is, I mean, just progressively nastier and nastier and nastier. I mean, the only thing he doesn't do is go and get right in Raq's face. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing he don't do. He just passive aggressive, snappy, nasty acting, snippy, snarky, ugly. He storms out. He, like I said, he want to take it to the streets. Where is your background for taking it to the streets, Kanan? You have none. Marvin checked him and said, boy, you need to watch your mouth, how you talk to your mama. She need to watch how she talked to me, basically. And Juke is like, y'all don't understand, da, 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 da. And Marvin is like, well, tell us what we need to do. And since what do you suggest when somebody's being disrespectful to their mother? She was like, listen. I was like, girl, you got more plans than your pinky finger. than Kanan got in his whole body this season. This season. That's all I'm saying. Okay, we then see where Raq, she talks to, after she talked to the family, she go and talk to Stefano, and she talked to Snap and Pop, and she get the same results from both of them. She let them know Unique is back. They act shocked, but halfway shocked, but not really shocked, but kind of shocked. I don't know. It was weird energy. Of course, Snap and Pop, them don't do nothing but collect money. They collect money and they spread the gossip, and they wait for an opportunity to drop in their lap. They're not offering to help Raq at all. Raq feel like we all in this together, but they're saying, no, you're on your own. Same thing with Stefano. Stefano, really, he seemed like he halfway scared. To me, he seemed a little yellow-bellied. I'm like, are you supposed to be like a made man type? Mafia type? Where? How, Sway? How? I don't get it. I don't see it. I don't. I do not see it. I don't. Stefano basically says, this is all your fault, Raq, and you know, you should have held it together with Quan instead of losing it with Quan. Now Unique is working with Quan, and this is a whole mess, and you need to figure it out. Basically, this is what Stefano is saying. I was like, are y'all not here? So you go to talk with the Arab man for her, but you can't help. Okay, it's fine. It's whatever. Like I said, this is the phasing out of the Thomases. We might see them hither and thither, those that are still amongst us, but we're not going to see too much more of the Thomas energy in the next few seasons. I just don't see it. I don't see it. Anyway, so, like I said, we see where she also goes to see the Arab man, the man that the new hookup. And it's going to take months for them to get them opioids pulled out of the Middle East and get them sent over here. And she don't have that time. She don't have that energy. And I'm like, okay, Raq, well, if you being hit and robbed, you need to go find somebody to hit and rob, so you can get this money back on, get this product back on the street. What are we talking about here? Okay, we're going to revisit Raq. But anyway, we see with Marvin. Marvin, like I said, he wants to hit Unique. He has another heart-to-heart with Juke, and he gives her his gat because it's unsafe on these streets with Unique out here wilding. See, the whole time, Raq meeting with the family, and Unique was meeting with Raq. His boys from Jersey, the one that Russo helped him set up, they are hitting all the Raq spots. They moving all Raq people out. In other words, you can't come over here and buy product from Raq because all her people being run off. They got to go, or they got to get, you know, step down and get laid down, right? So, you know, there's a lot of conversation, but there's also a lot of movement in the background in terms of Raq's territories. They're being encroached upon. She's got a serious problem on her hands here. And Marvin's trying to help her figure all of this out. He wants to just snuff out Unique. But like Raq was saying, no, not right now. Not right now. He has been told that he can't really put a bunch of bodies on the street. And we have to follow suit. But, you know, like I said, Marvin specializes in making a bad situation worse. We see where, like I said, he have a heart-to-heart with Juke. He give her his gat. He say he want it back, but basically he wants her to be protected, protect herself. You know, and we see where after they meet up with Stefano, him and Raq, he suggests that they get rid of Stefano. I was like, okay. We see where he have a heart-to-heart talk with Raq. And he let her know about his relationship with Stefano, that he was doing a couple of things, you know, on his own. Well, why were you doing that? Well, listen, you ain't my all and everything, Raq. I really enjoyed this conversation between him and Raq because it wasn't all this pretentious lies. It wasn't all this hiding. Y'all know this. I've said this in all my reviews. When you don't communicate with one another, it makes a situation worse. Kanan needs to sit down and really talk to Raq about what's going on and everything. His feelings about what she did with his dad and all of these other things. You guys both have messed up really, really bad. The things she did to your friends, the things you did. You know what I'm saying? I mean, communication could be better. This conversation between Raq and Marvin about what he had going on with Stefano and the fact that he has some of his own things. He makes his own money. He does his own thing in his own way. And she was like, well, why was you hiding it? I wasn't hiding it, Raq. I was just doing my own thing. Right? It's a good conversation. And it clears it up between the two of them, right? This is authenticity. And people recognize authenticity, right? So it was a good conversation that Raq and Marvin had. We see where later on, Stefano calls him back and he's going to try to divide and conquer, right? He gonna talk about Raq real bad, and this is Raq's fault. And Raq should have never cut ways with Quan. And now Quan out here on the street. I think Raq would need to step down. You know what I'm saying? He's saying step down. He's saying, I mean, he kind of said it straight out. Raq need to go, and you need to step in, Marvin. And Marvin was like, I'm not trying to step in nowhere. I'm not trying to do that. Now, we have to remember, Marvin already tried to step in. He already tried to step in. It didn't work out, okay? Because he had some dependencies, right? And ever since then, Raq took over the game. So he know he's not going to be able to lead. But at the same time, that's my sister. Watch your mouth about my sister. He checked Stefano. Everything Raq's done, she's done to put more money in our pockets and yours. She's the smartest in the game right now. She's one tough cookie. And you're not going to keep coming out your mouth about Raq. At the same time, he learned that conversation Early had with him last episode when Early told him it was a maid guy's son out somewhere that didn't feel like he should pay his tab. That he's allowed to let his tab roll over. At the same time, he talking to Stefano. Stefano let him know that this same person ended up in the drink, in the river. Okay? And he realized in the back of his mind, Early, I didn't tell you to kill nobody, Early. Ain't nobody told you to do all the killing you done did this season either, Marvin. Oh, I'm gonna miss you, Marvin. I'm gonna miss you so much. Who gonna eat through the whole episode, Marvin, when you gone? Anywho, he checked Stefano about his sister. It was a good moment. It was a sweet moment. It was an endearing moment. And it was bittersweet, you guys. And y'all know why. Okay. So then we see, let's talk about Juke. Juke is becoming, you guys. Juke is becoming. She ain't there. I stand by that. She is not there. We not gonna see what's really going on with Juke until I would say 8, 9. I think 9 is gonna be our episode 9. I would say episode 9 and 10, we gonna see a full Hulk. Juke the Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Right now, she just like, and then we gonna see the shirt come off and the full green hue. We about to see that. Okay? 9. Episode 9 and 10. All right? Okay. We see where Kanan comes to her after the family meeting and he pitches a partnership with her. And Juke tells him flat out, ain't nobody working for you. And nobody is working for you. That's why I say Juke is becoming. Okay? She said, I'm not working for you. I got my own thing going on. I don't know how I want to do it, but you know what I'm saying? And we see where she goes to the club and get her lawn trimmed a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Get edged up a little bit in the club. And the girl want her number. And she tell her, no, this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Juke has been the steadiest character. Steady character. She is, I would say Juke, Raq, have been our two really steady characters. Like, we know what to expect from these two. Juke I think Juke is becoming a hitter. We are seeing the evolution of Juke becoming a hitter. She obviously enjoys what she does with the piece. It's like her little penis. And I mean, it ain't little, you know what I'm saying? She packing. But I'm just saying, I think we are seeing the evolution of Juke becoming a hitter. And everything she does is going to be to this end. And I don't think, although it's on simmer right now, I think it's going to blow up. Shuade, episode 10. Episode 9 or 10. Okay. Markham. We see what Kanan finds out that O-Cee has taken his money. Weird. Okay. O-Cee is taking his money and he's gone. He goes back to the ghetto apartment. The guys are sitting there. They ain't got no work. Why y'all here then? Lock up and go home for the day. Why is y'all just sitting around? They want to try to find O-Cee. They can't find O-Cee. And he said, well, go and find O-Cee. That's what you're going to do for work today. You're going to find O-Cee. Get me some information. Later on, he finds out that O-Cee hang out at an arcade up the street, so on and so forth. You let this man handle your product. You let this man handle your money. You don't know where his people at. You don't know what his weaknesses are, his vulnerabilities. You terrible. You're awful. You're the worst drug dealer ever, Kanan. You suck. We gonna see O-Cee again because we got to give Kanan another body. Everybody else belong to Juke, apparently. Anywho, so he find out where O-Cee could possibly be, child, and he drives through there. When he drives through there, he sees Raq on the street with two cops, and she passing them an envelope. She giving them money. To what end? Her businesses aren't protected. Her product is down. Why would Raq be passing money off to these cops? Anyway, because he has talked to Juke and he has discussed with Juke the Fame situation, he believes that cops did, that it was true what the crew said, that the dirty cops kill Fame. And he said, ain't nobody finna do that unless they got it from the streets. How would you know, Kanan? You ain't about this life. You suck. So he feel like if the cops move like this on Fame, it came from the streets. When he sees Raq pass these dudes money, these cops money, he assumes that she's the one that's paid the cops. It gave the order to the cops to kill Fame. First person he tells is Crystal. He tells Crystal that he believes that it's Raq that killed Fame. Okay. Next week we gonna see, I believe, where he tells Juke that he thinks it was Raq that killed Fame, that had Fame killed. If you really want to do your mama in, if you really want to do your mama dirt, you wouldn't have never told Juke. Juke worked for your mama. But I digress. So that's pretty much Kanan. This episode, anyway. We see where Unique goes to see Pernessa, and he freaks out on her. She's happy to see him. But when he tells her that he feel like it was Raq that did all this stuff and had him killed, she was like, I don't think it was Raq. I think it was more so Ronnie. He loses it on her. If one more bitch disagree with me. And she realized, she was like, calm down, calm down. You got nice kitty, calm kitty, right? She tries to get him calmed down. He then takes her to this new spot where he done had it all decorated and everything. I'm like, how much money did you take from Raq? Yeah, oh. I mean, it had to been $300,000-$400,000. Anyway, he tells her this way you and little James gonna be, and y'all can't leave here. She was like, well, you know, I have to take my mama to dialysis once a week. He was like, I have some people to take your mama to dialysis, but you and James get in here, you can never leave here. You can never ever go outside of here. I died once, I won't die again. You know good and doggone well you can't hold them people in that apartment. Maybe you don't know because you cuckoo in the head. But she glad for him to be alive, like I said, but at the same time, it's a time of mourning too, because you realize this ain't the same dude. All the compassion and empathy that he had, even as a drug dealer, is gone. It's broken. Conviction broken. Reason, sound mind. It's not there. It's not there. And if Pornessa lives, it's because Unique is going to be unalived. Otherwise, I could really see him choking her out. I could see him harming the both of them. Y'all tell me what y'all think. We see where Lou goes and makes amends with Amani. To what end, I don't know. I do believe Lou is leaving temporarily. I think he's going to be the only free Thomas at the end of this season. Okay. We see where Brillo Pad and his boys go around there to rob Lowell's house. And they got guns. Brillo not down with this gun situation. And he decides he gonna stay in the van. This dude, I don't even see the point. What is the point in Brillo being here? What is the point? What's the point in any of this? Except to fill space in an episode, you guys. What? What? Lowell's character not even that important. Anyway, they go in without him. He sit in the van. He really don't sit in the van. He's walking around outside the van. Like I was like, dude, have you, why was you in jail? What was you in jail for? Jaywalking? You ain't smart. You're not even slightly smart. They go in, pow, pow, pow. They end up killing the two people in there. He think it's Lowell. He don't find out until, I don't know if he found out or if Lou found out in the studio when Lowell comes in and Lowell lets them know that the people he rented his house out to was shot and killed and robbed, shot and killed. They didn't get nothing because Lowell don't live there no more. I hope they double back. Now, one of their guys got shot. One of Brillo's crew got shot. I hope they turn around and get rid of Brillo. We don't have to keep revisiting the Brillo situation. We don't. That was Brillo Pad. The last scene, you guys, is Raq. Raq goes to her mama's house, Mama Joy's house, and Marvin is there and Lou, and they discuss the fact that she wanted Marvin and Lou to unalive her, and they couldn't do it. And Raq want to know why she didn't ask me, right? And they don't really have a, you know, they were like, well, you know, I think she wasn't ready to go, because to me, Raq was the person to ask from the jump, from giddy up. Marvin was saying she thought you would want her to continue to suffer. I was like, maybe that's right. And Raq says as much. Raq says she probably right. And then Lou and Marvin talked to her and just let her know Mom wasn't all that bad. We did have some good times. We had some fun times, and reminded about how a couple of things she did for Raq. She did it for herself, but we gonna say it was for Raq, you know. And Raq, you know, realizes, okay, well, maybe she wasn't all that bad. So Marvin lets her know that the nurse is out back. And, you know, it was like wink, wink, hint, hint, in my opinion. Lou had to go to the studio. Ain't nobody there but her and her mama and the nurse out back smoking. So she goes and talks to her mother, and she references the little doggy party that her mom gave her and everything. And her mom, you know, she said, you asked Lou and Marvin to do this thing. And she said, yes, I did. I just don't want to suffer anymore. And I just, you know, I'm in so much pain. And Raq goes over to the dresser. You know, she asked her where it is. She told her where it was. She goes over to the dresser and gets the needle full of the drugs, and goes to her mom's. Her mom is crying and she's crying. She goes over to her mom's IV and she introduces the drug into the IV, and the whole entire thing. Now, if y'all ever been in the hospital, y'all ever been given a pain med, anything like that, as soon as you feel the warmth in your vein, you fine. You are great. It's a very quick situation. You are doing good, right? Like la 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 la, right? So, but they have a chance to talk a little bit, you know, and Raq is crying. Raq is so emotional. Her mama is crying. And this is the first time I see how much they do favor, how much they do look alike. And her mom, she grabs her mom's hand. She wipes her tears. And just like that, her mama goes on. Goes on to be with the Lord. Temporarily, I'm sure. Okay? She catching that elevator down to the basement. I can't say it. I don't know. I'm just saying. Raq's mom was a piece of work this season. Okay? But it is a very touching moment. It is the end of the episode. This is how the episode ends, with Raq relieving her mom of her suffering. All right? I just thought it was such a good episode, you guys. And I'm excited about episode 8 to come. I'm also excited to do the character analysis. I think it's going to really open up 8 and 9 and 10 for us. But you guys let me know what y'all thought of this episode, what you thought of this review. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Listen, and until next time, honeybees. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I holla.